Okay, welcome to another podcast with DWAI, where we talk about everything that you don't care about.
Yeah, never everything you don't worry about. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
my bad, my bad.
yeah,
I,
yeah,
I
yeah,
have
yeah.
one job, dude.
Yeah, come on, man.
Okay, so because of the recent release, I feel like we definitely need to talk about, dude, the impact props weapon. Oh my God. Why are they so professional? It like makes me like feel like we're just not doing anything right now.
uh, Recently, we did a collab with Impact Props, or we flew out and then met up with them. So Impact Prop, they're the real life Master Chief guys. They do a lot of cool video. They're prop makers, right? So they have a full Master Chief uh, armor costume. And they've done stuff in the past, like living with Chief, where Chief's a roommate, and they've done like some crazy videos. Like they have a mini warhog, a real warhog, and then they shoot a bunch of real Halo weapons. So
Wait, do you ever see? You've never seen like his face, right? Like, did he
no,
keep
no,
the
nobody knows
mask
his
on the
fans
whole?
the whole time.
Whoa,
Yeah, nobody knows
whoa,
who's under the mask.
dang.
He's Master Chief. I don't think he has a face.
So, I mean, I'm watching the video as a little bit of an outsider because I didn't actually go to film with impact props. But I mean, I watched the video this morning as it released, and it looked awesome. I mean, just like all the action and like especially the. Well, I don't want to give away too much, but it's like the special targets that you guys shot and stuff. I mean, like that like looked like a lot of fun. And also, I mean, their video makes us look really cool. Like, I mean, we are not that cool in real life. So, if you know us, you know what we're talking about. But, even then it's like, hey, you watch some of our videos, it's like you know what we're about. But it's like, I mean, those guys really just like, I mean, laid on the Riz, like, oh man. That was and it's also very entertaining. Those guys really know how to like, I guess, put it out there, and like it's very good vibes. You're chilling, you're chilling, you're grilling. It's just like, man, they look like they had a lot of fun.
Oh, it's very professional too. Like, so kind of. We guess today we're gonna peel back a little bit of the curtain. You know how the sausage is made. Yeah. So
Whoa.
if you haven't told, like, if you can't tell, even when we make things look good, dude, we're just flying, by the seat of our pants. We just basically do things, off the cuff. We're like, yeah, this is a good idea. Like, yeah, let's try this, and then we show up, and then just really just just kind of free ball it and nothing else. But like, yeah, they had a whole plan. Where they were gonna shoot. They had a script. They had like did all the prop design right. They had all the targets. They did prep work basically, which is like it's really refreshing to like work with something like that. Like because when it's just the two of us shooting our videos, it's really just we show up and we like kind of guerrilla warfare it.
Look, we're in the trenches, man, with Master Chief for real. Okay.
But yeah, no, it was super fun. I kind of just I want to go back and work with them again. I think that was really fun. Which means I just need to break. I just need to start building more Halo guns.
Yeah.
Do you
You
have
should
a
show him that. You should show him that new long range one you made.
Hey, that's can't talk about that. Can't shh. It's secret.
So I guess like, what was your favorite part about doing the video with them? Just like being there and stuff. Like, what was like something that really like stood out to you as memorable?
Uh, I've got the ads start playing.
I also love that the dude who is in the Master Chief outfit. Like, I mean, his I guess like athletic ability, or like I don't know how you would describe it. I guess,
He
but
he
like,
is
it,
yeah.
yeah, like
He's very like fit, and he's got really good
especially
agility.
like, yeah, with the, yeah, agility with like the somersaulting, and like, just like, I mean, like generally speaking, like moving and running around in the suit, like that's like actually like really impressive.
Yeah.
Just because I kind of thought that like when he was wearing it, that it would just be like kind of like clunky or like the movement wouldn't be. And actually, I thought that when the first clip of him shooting the assault rifle or the battle rifle, he was like a little bit clunky in the movement, and I was like, all right, like it's still cool to watch, but it's definitely not like, I mean, obviously not like in the game, right? But then like after he did the somersault and some of the other movements, I was like, oh, okay, actually he's pretty like, athletic, like he can get it. That's cool.
Yeah. No, so like yeah, it took a little bit to get used to. Obviously, you're wearing a giant armor and try to shoot, right?
Mhm.
It's the same as like when you wear a plate carrier and a vest on top, and you're like having to work around that, then just compounded way worse. But what's really interesting, and this is kind of a funny, I don't know what people think about it when they watch, but like this is the first gun that he's able to actually aim.
Yeah, that's right, because of where you mounted the optics.
Yeah, so like the other guns, like he's kind of have to like point shoot, or get like close. Like especially a shotgun. Like nobody could actually aim the shotgun, even if you're not wearing armor or a helmet. You cannot aim the shotgun. Yeah, based
Yeah,
on
because
how
like
it's designed.
Brad was like ragging on him in the video for being like, "Oh yeah, you're not gonna be able to like shoot this thing or whatever." And then he's like hitting the targets, and he was like, "Damn it, you did like way better than I thought you would."
No, that was impressive, right? Because like this
Yeah,
is yeah, because of how high the red dot is on, he's
yeah,
actually able to aim it. So it's just kind of funny that that's the first gun he's able to aim. And just something people I guess don't really think about.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, like that's like similar to when you're using like a gas mask, right? Like just
Yeah.
like how far away you are from a normal cheek weld. That like that's like the prevalence of the popularity and like high mounted optics. Man, it's like even in Halo, they were already thinking of this dog.
Yeah, dude. I mean, either in Halo, either you have no sights or you have super high
Yeah,
mounted sights.
yeah. Dude, their HUD overlay was super cool too.
Oh
And
yeah.
that looked really good.
I didn't know.
I mean, not as good as ours. Like when you look back at our old videos, like, oh, dude,
Oh,
like our HUD, mm,
I mean,
yeah,
it's different. Yeah, look, they decided to focus on elsewhere. Okay,
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
I know we shot the first person bit, with the GoPro, but I didn't know he was gonna like put HUD over it. But it made it. When I saw the raw footage off the GoPro, but seeing it in like the big screen with the HUD, man, it's like I kind of want to go play Halo again.
yeah. Did you hear that sad news about Halo?
Which one? What's that news?
Well, so basically, like right now, it's I think it's like 343 Industries is like being acquired by Activision, or I forgot if it's maybe one or the other. But basically,
Well,
they
Activision is being acquired by Microsoft. So,
okay, so whatever that like collaboration is, they're basically saying that like, oh well, now Halo's no longer our like flagship. So like basically, if the next game tanks, then we're done with Halo. So they're just
I
gonna,
thought that was this game because like they said that for like Halo Infinite, be like, hey, like
oh
Halo Infinite is
yeah,
gonna like revive it, but right now there's like no players playing it because it's a piece of shit game. They really
yeah.
just fucked it up. Like, I mean, I could go into like a fucking 20-minute rant about everything they've done wrong about it.
Wait, I haven't played it, so just give me like a quick like 3 point recap.
So the big thing is they really try to be like, hey, we want to go back to square one because like Halo Reach added like abilities, right, armor abilities, which people it was kind of controversial, but at least it was. It was new, it was different, and in hindsight, it was actually good. And then four followed that trend, and then five added even more. And then, but people were like, "Well, five's not my Halo." You know how people always say that it's like, "Oh, this isn't
Oh
mine,"
yeah,
like
yeah,
Halo. And then so they're like Halo Infinite. They're like, "Oh, we're gonna go back to square one." But the problem is going back to square one. It's like unless you like follow and understand the perfect winning formula that like Halo 1, 2, or 3 did, right? Like if you just go backwards, like now you're just taking features away without like making it better or understanding what made it good, right? And then you also don't want to get rid of all of it. So like they're like, well, we still need like the abilities, but so now they're pickups. So this is the example, a quick example, right? So now the ability of pickup, so you can still go around and picking up like grapple, like a dash move or like invisibility, like whatever, armor. But the problem is now it's like it's just it takes away a lot of the fun or kind of the freedom, right? So the
Mhm.
grapple is a great addition. I think it adds like you can swing around, you have agility. It really opens up kind of the movement aspect of the game. But then because it's a pickup and not every map also has it because it's all random. It's a power up, so it's like you can't make plays around it. It's just like you have it, you have it. You know what I mean? Whereas like back in the old game, where it's like Reach, you had armor abilities, but you get to pick. So it's like, oh, I want to be someone that runs around, be able to run around fast. So okay, I'll pick dash, and I can base my entire playstyle around that. It's like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
I want to like get on top, get on high ground easily. Okay, I'll pick the jetpack. Then you play around the jetpack. I want someone that can stealth. I want to be someone that can like sneak
So
around
you
with a
kind of
jammer.
have to like you kind of have to like get lucky with like how you use the pickups,
Yeah,
basically.
so it just hamstrings the gameplay, right? You see what I mean? It's like if it's down to luck, then it's not fun anymore. So and then okay, so even if you take all that away, then it's just a bare bones kind of shitty Halo. It's just like it's like Halo 2 or 3 without any of the charm or like what made it good because they also removed a lot of weapons. Like, oh, for example, they removed the plasma rifle.
What?
Yeah, exactly. So
Why?
they removed the plasma rifle. They removed the brute shot. They removed the mauler. They removed like all the iconic weapons or like the fun weapons basically. And then they also made the pistol overpowered. So it's like it's just the game is just running around shooting each other with pistol. That's it. That's the whole game.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Anyway, let's move on.
I know. That's all I'm
I'm
saying. Yeah,
depressed.
I could talk about it for 20 minutes, and the story is really, really dumb. Like actually dumb.
Yeah. Let's move back to talking about the impact props thing. So, yeah, like I guess like well here, tell me about, meeting them and stuff. So it's like how are they like, I guess like what was your first impression? Like meeting up with them and like your experiences and stuff?
Oh yeah, I mean they're super cool, right? The It's kind of funny because I guess like I guess to them it was a little more like to Brad it was a little more like not shocking, but he was a little more surprised that I'll just be like just because basically before I met up with them, I spoke with him once on the phone and then exchanged a few texts. Like I met him
Oh.
through Nate, who was the creator of the shotgun, right? So like long story short, I met Nate in randomly at a local gun store, and then he did the video with impact prop, real life Halo shotgun. Go watch that, that's really cool too. And then and he put me in touch with Brad at Impact Props, and we literally just called and then texted. And in the first call I was like, yeah, hey, I've got some time off around this time, and I could stop by. And then he was like, okay. So I think maybe it's just me or based on my line of work because I travel a lot for work. So like I'm just used to meeting new people traveling. But I guess like that's not super normal for most people to just like up and just
Wait,
go
so
somewhere.
yeah, so like give me like a baseline for what he expected versus like what actually happened.
uh, so I don't know what he expected, right? I think so. I think in my last video, my vlog, I talked about how the my travel plan was all sorts of messed up thanks to American Airlines and the hotel snafu and all that. So I think he didn't expect he I think he expected things to go wrong, right? Because you always expect things to go. You do this long enough, like you always just like know that like nothing's ever gonna go by plan. But I don't think he expected it to be this bad. Like um, so the TLDR, American Airline almost screwed me out of my seat. So, and then when I got there, oh, and I got delayed for weather for like by like 3 hours. And then when I finally got to the hotel, it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. Oh, and I didn't have my luggage because American Airlines didn't load my luggage. So, and we had a pretty tight schedule for filming. We are gonna film the next day, like the morning of next day. So I literally got to the hotel at 2, and then finally like checked in and got to sleep at 4, and then I woke up 3 hours later, and we went to go shoot the video, or went to go pick up the,
Jeez.
we went to go pick up the luggage and then go shoot the video. And then when we got to the range, I opened the case, the gun was broken.
Oof. Wait, so which part of the gun broke?
The carry handle was the carry handle had a crack down the front, and the stock had a crack on it. Nothing that stopped the nothing that stopped the function of the gun because they're all like cosmetic, non-functional parts. But it was just like broken.
American Airlines needs to compensate us for our broken battle rifle.
Well, in the vlog I talked about how like Delta was great, but like Delta also broke and lost some shit too. So
Oh, that's
everyone's at
true.
fault. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, and they lost like something that's like invaluable, man. I mean,
dude,
like just
dude.
irreplaceable, basically. Oof.
Well, I filed a claim
Uh,
with them, and then they're just like, okay, like here's $12, you can go buy a new one, and it's like that's not the point. Like,
yeah.
you can't get
Uh,
that one anymore, and they didn't even reimburse for the stupid case. They're like, oh, the case still works.
yeah.
So out of principle, I didn't even take the money. Just in case
Wow.
I decide to like talk about it or fight about it, because I think it's one of those things where in fine print, if you take the money, then like you absolve them
And you're
of all,
accepting.
yeah, you're
Yeah.
accepting the.
Yeah.
So basically, I didn't take the money, so I'm gonna keep talking shit about them, and if they're mad about it, it's like, well, I never said I wouldn't, and I never absolved them of responsibility. So
Yeah. Man, that's messed up, dude.
yeah,
I'm so sad about that. All
yeah.
right. Anyway, so um, shoot, what was I gonna ask you? Okay, yeah. So then, well, so in the video, let's go back to like when you open the case and the gun's broken, right? But then, like in the video, Brad's like talking about like, oh, like can I hold it by the carry handle, you know? So then I was like kind of wondering about that because I'm like, oh, I've played with that gun before and it's like super sturdy, you know? Like it's like, oh, why would you even ask that? And it's like, was it because the carry handle part was like cracked that he was like asking about that, or was it just?
Yeah, I think that's part of it, but also I think you wanted to show that it was,
It
like
worked,
solid.
yeah,
It works, right? It is like
yeah.
a solid piece. So
Yeah, okay. I just think that's kind of funny. Well, little BTS there, I guess.
yeah, so.
Wait, so then how did you end up like I mean, did you just like hide the broken parts or did you actually like, swap out some of the components or like what happened there?
I went to Lowe's and then I just bought some like epoxy, some putty, paint, and I did some battlefield repairs. And you can't,
Nice.
now that I'm looking at it, it's like you can't really like closely, you can't really tell in the video, which part of it is that it helps that it's just black on black, but also
Yeah.
it's that's mostly it. It's just because it's black on black, it's hard to tell, but it's kind of broken.
Yeah. Dude, I can't believe he wore the Master Chief outfit on a plane.
No.
That's
Oh yeah,
dude,
that was a fun
that's
video.
actually
That was a pretty
yeah,
fun
that's like
video.
super cool. Um,
Yeah, they had some really cool videos, and
yeah.
but like I think the the one thing that I really enjoyed either in working with them was really getting to talk to somebody that's also in the YouTube space. Like talking about basically like to a fellow content creator, right? Like we're basically me and Jeremy are the only two that we know, like out of our friend circle. Like, yeah, we have other. I mean, obviously we've had a BSEC and like migraines on here, but like they're yes they're content creator, but not they don't make videos, right? Like it's different, like kind of their products. So it is very refreshing and nice to talk to somebody who's like, hey, they're also making videos and seeing the struggles that they had, and that are somewhat similar, what we could expect. Obviously, like they're a huge channel. They have over 1 million subscribers. We're still grinding away at sub 100K, but it's just really refreshing to talk to them.
Yeah, that's very cool. I actually just realized that it's like, yeah, we don't really have any connections with like anybody else in like the YouTube space, like, that is basically doing anything similar, It's
Well, I
kind of
mean,
interesting.
you know who's local, right?
Uh, wait.
We don't talk about him.
Oh, he's not local anymore
Oh,
though.
is he? Did he move? Oh, what?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know.
Eh,
I
I
mean,
think
makes sense.
Idaho, I'm pretty sure.
Ah, okay.
But
I
like
mean,
here's dude, here's the
okay.
thing
He
though,
went.
like
He went. He went east. Ooh.
yeah. No, but you know what though? It's like funny because we like this is a little bit of like a controversial topic, but it's like how when like things start getting bad in the state you live in, so it's like in our state we've got like a bunch of new gun laws and stuff, so it's like it's getting like pretty bad, right?
Uh-huh.
And so then like okay, like you have like two choices, right? You like stay and fight, or you like move and like go away, But then like what happens is like every time somebody like that we know moves out of state, then like all they want to talk about is like how great it is where they live, and like how like it's like they're just trying to like justify leaving because there's like a lot of reasons why like somebody couldn't just pick up and leave. Maybe you got like things anchoring you down here, family, job, like whatever, right? So it's like it's not an easy decision, right? And I also think that like yeah, if you want to move to a different state, by all means, that's great. But it's also like one of those things where I'm like, bro, you're just kind of like running away from the problem if that's the reason why you're moving, right? If you move for other reasons, I understand that. But it's also like one of those things where if you move somewhere else, then it's just like, well, it's
Well,
like
that's.
it's really good for you, but we still have we all are back here still like fighting the good fight.
I mean, not to get too political, but like that's how the opposition win, right? It's like
Yeah,
it's
right.
just
It's like we
it's
just
that you
leave and
don't.
then they take over.
Yeah, that's how you see it everywhere. So,
Yeah.
but
Well,
yeah.
we're not going to mention who ran away, but you know.
Yeah. They just. Yeah, I didn't even know he left, but that makes sense to
Yeah.
me though. But yeah.
Well, I think the real reason was because like land acquisition. Because
Hmm.
it's like you really need like basically we've talked about this in the past where it's like in order to do anything cool you have to have your own land, right?
Yeah.
So it's like if you go somewhere that has like a lot of cheap land that you can like basically utilize and like make into like a private range or something, like that's the dream. So it's like I totally understand that. That's
Yeah, like kind of like
probably
exactly with the impact prop video, right? Like you can't do that. That's just like a
yeah.
local, a public place or like a local range. You need your own land to be able to do that. So,
Yeah.
all right, where are we moving? Where are we getting land?
Oh God, I don't even know. You know what? Unfortunately, I'm just gonna have to give up all my guns. We're gonna move to Japan and we're gonna work at an airsoft shop. I mean, own an airsoft shop.
Honestly, okay. So since this is on the since this is on the topic and kind of related, and you brought up airsoft. So I was thinking, I don't think I can reliably make, like parts to sell or to even, to like, or whatever, to like release, for the battle rifle, for the Caltech RDB, but I could make it for the airsoft RDB.
Wait, there's
So
an airsoft RDB?
there's an airsoft RDB. Yeah,
Oh
and
my
there's an
God.
RDB AEG actually. So,
Is it a good gun? Do you
I
know?
don't know actually. I mean, like airsoft
Well,
RDB,
now I
right?
feel like nowadays it's kind of hard to not have a good airsoft gun.
I
Like I
think
think,
I think because like I think it's the technology is so simple and so proliferated,
yeah,
right? It's like You know, like, because when Cyma first came out, like, everybody shit on it. It's like, oh, Cyma, double eagle, you know, or double
Yeah.
elephant, you know, whatever, golden eagle, and
Double
then,
any animal.
yeah, double any animal, yeah, like dragon or whatever, you know, triple
Yeah.
dragon. But I think
Yeah.
now it's like, it's really, the technology is like, I guess, so easy that as long as they can make it fit inside a
Oh,
shell,
wait,
um,
Keltec actually collaborated on it?
yeah, it's licensed. I mean, like, yeah,
Oh, wow,
so,
that's pretty cool.
yeah, so.
Well, like if you look in the description, it says like design or something like a little
Fully
bit
licensed
lower,
by
I think.
with authentic markings.
Yeah, but receiver designed and licensed by Keltec. So, oh, I
Well,
don't know if
so
maybe they're just like, oh, the receiver is like their design that we just used.
yeah, I mean, if the other thing would be like if they you know, they just gave them the kind of like the blueprint for the receiver, right?
Yeah.
Or the other thing I would think of is because like AEG gearboxes are usually fatter, so maybe they had
Yeah.
to like maybe Caltech had to like widen the receiver slightly
Oh
to fit
yeah.
the gearbox. Like just the reason why like you know Airsoft M4s are fatter than
Hmm.
slightly fatter than real M4s. So,
Hmm.
um, but yeah, I mean I should get one and then
Yeah.
build an
Actually.
airsoft battle rifle because that would be like even
Yeah.
easier, and I can make it even like more authentic because well it's like there's no moving parts.
Yeah.
And I don't need to eject, so I can actually put like make a custom magazine that'll fit flush right in the back.
Yeah.
So yeah. Oh,
That'd be way cooler. And then
and
and then
then sell them.
we can get Master Chief outfits made by Impact Props, and then we can go to Japan and we'll play as Master Chief and
Hell
like
yeah,
or we'll play as ODST. Like we'll
yeah,
get them to make us ODST outfits, and we'll play as ODST with Battle Royale.
dude.
Yeah.
Actually though, wait. I might even if we don't do it in Japan, I might get an airsoft, get back into airsoft just for this.
Yeah,
Dude,
actually.
that'd actually be so cool. Run around. I mean, there is an airsoft assault rifle. You know that, right? Like that was a while ago. So like, there is an airsoft Halo assault rifle. It's kind of shitty, you know. But
It'll look good.
it looks okay. I don't know, there it is. Yeah. So
Oh,
it looks like
it looks
it's the
pretty
Halo
good.
One. So it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it looks pretty good. Yeah.
but I think you're gonna be. I think the reason why it's dumb and people hate it because uh, it's because yeah, okay. The magazine is in front of the trigger. It's in the handguard. It's not even a bullpup. I think that's why I
No.
didn't like it, and everybody shits on it. Yeah,
Oh
because like yeah, because
no.
it's not a true bullpup. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah. The magazine fits in the flashlight basically. So
Oof.
yeah, no, I know exactly. So
Oof.
they
So close.
they really goofed it up. I know it's so close.
Who makes this gun?
I don't know. Like
Huh.
I really don't know. Like,
Interesting.
but
Well, time for you to make a Halo airsoft gun.
yeah. I mean, I think I could, and I would go play
No, no, no,
airsoft
no,
with
no,
it.
no. You know why? You know why? It's because, like, if as soon as you make the Halo airsoft gun, and then like people are gonna be like, "Well, why isn't it 8 millimeter?"
Yeah. I mean, the only cool thing about it is that I can make a 3 round burst. Right.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's true.
I think that's the reason why I would want to do it. And they get 3 round bursts, and then you get the flash the shot. There's like muzzle devices that make it look like you have a muzzle flash in airsoft now.
Mm,
So like pretty good looking muzzle flash too, actually.
yeah.
See if I can find
It's like it's so funny because in the real world you're always trying to reduce your signature, and then in airsoft you're like, I want to like enhance my like muzzle signature.
Well, there we go. So yeah, here's the. I mean, it looked like suppressors, I think, but like, it looks pretty good. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, that's funny.
like, yeah, but yeah. I mean, maybe that's the future. Maybe I just saw airsoft bars because and the thought came to me because I recently got to play with a Fusion 3 Edge 3D printer, which is like and I I guess it's an industrial grade printer. It's $10,000, but it was
Hmm.
amazing. Like, holy shit, I want one badly. It's what I wish. It's what I wanted 3D printers to be, right? Like, it's literally plug and play, and as long as you get the settings right, and which isn't even that hard, and then you hit print, it does everything, and it prints in high detail, quickly, and pretty much without fail.
So you're
And
saying that's what they're using for their props?
no, 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 no. I got
Oh.
he makes them by hand actually. He
Oh shit. Okay.
he makes a lot of it by hand. I think there's like vacuum forming and other parts, but like I'm saying, like for work, I got to play with
Oh shit. Okay.
a industrial 3D printer.
Oh.
Yeah, because I was printing some actually I was printing some uh Glock magazine speed loaders.
Wow, that's funny.
So so I say, hey, instead
What
of
a
paying
good
20
use of
bucks,
what a good use of like resources.
you know how much they cost? It's like 20 bucks each, okay? It's like, and we can print it. If we can print it for like, dude, I'm saving work like $1,000.
You're right. You're right. You're right. Okay, so like you guys only shot flood, right? Like like no,
Spoiler,
you didn't
spoiler.
get to
Yeah.
shoot Covenant.
No, no. Maybe in the future. Huh?
Okay,
Huh?
that's
Maybe in the
interesting.
future? Maybe in the
Whoa,
future?
whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, whoa.
But
Uh,
no, yeah, I did like I said, okay, well it's a spoiler, but if you somehow, stayed this long in our podcast, then props to you. You deserve a little reward. But yeah, we shot at some flood targets.
props to you. Ha ha ha
But
ha ha
yeah,
ha
we shot at
ha.
flood targets, which was a brilliant idea, by the way. And yeah, and that's something I've always wanted to do was to have like more. I think that me and Brad talked about it, but I think that's the next level in kind of like gun videos. I think it's not the gun you're shooting, like unless it's like a trick shot. So like it's like, oh, I'm shooting like an M4 at I'm shooting at M16 at a mile. You know what I mean? Like unless it's like a trick shot type, like a challenge type, be like, oh, can I snipe this? Like matchstick, right? Like then I think the guns themselves, yeah, they can be cool, but we talked about most guns are just the same at this point. Like the next thing I think people haven't tapped into yet is like interesting targets for gun videos, and I think that's and yeah, I guess people have tapped into it. Like people like like Demolition Ranch and Tauflader Mouse, right? They shoot like interesting ammo and interesting targets. But I think like that's the real next level is like if you have like a prop gun. Like Halo, then you want to shoot like hey Covenant, Flood or Brutes, whether they be props, whether they be like analogs or whatever. Um, yeah, because like remember Karnakar back in the day? He shot a lot. Yeah, it's like he shot funny targets too for the exact same thing, right? Or like, or
Yeah.
at least like even if the targets were just paper, at least he printed out interesting targets and funny targets. So,
Damn.
but that's just
That's
my
some
two
good stuff.
cents, right? Because it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, because me and Brad also talked about like what else he would like to do, what else I would like to do in terms of like Halo weapon. It doesn't even have to be guns. I think so. Like this is kind of a spoiler, but like so like a brute gravity hammer, right? Like I think you could build one that's pretty impressive, but then it's like okay, so people have built like somebody's already built like a rocket hammer, right? Like something like out of like anime or like sci-fi, like a rocket hammer. So it's like that's essentially going to be very similar design, but what's going to set it apart other than like okay, this is obviously based on the Halo gravity hammer? Well, it's your targets, right? So you want to make it look cool, and then I was like you know what would be cool? So the flood targets, right? Instead of making them like three dimensional and obviously like explode or pop, you make them out of balloons.
What do you mean? Like, expand that a little bit.
Because the whole point of gravity hammer is that you hit the ground, shockwave comes out, and it sends shit flying everywhere, right? So if you make your
Oh.
flood out of balloons, you can put a pile of them, and then when you hit with the gravity hammer, some of them will pop, but the others will just fly out, just like the game.
Oh, yeah,
You
yeah, yeah,
see?
okay. All right.
You
That's
see,
interesting.
you get what I'm talking about? Yeah. So like stuff
Yeah.
like that, I think is what's gonna make entertaining and interesting videos, not just like showing off like the gun or weapon, right? Because like you can
Yeah.
only do so much. Like literally, like you go look at like everybody else's gun video, like I don't know, like Demo, Garand, like Brandon, like they're all the same. It's like, hey, like, huh, what?
Demo Grand Brandon.
Well, I mean, everybody. I just shortened it, right? Everybody knows who
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
talking about, but I didn't say their whole name, so it's fine, right?
yeah. No, but
But
as a new content creator on its own.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Demo Grand Brandon.
Yeah. Yeah.
But and anyone else, it's like, hey, I got this sick new gun, and it's all just like, hey, hey, I'm gonna hold the gun out, and then I'm gonna I'm just gonna run it to you, like, tell me if this sounds familiar. Like, it's opening shot, it's gonna be, side profile, gun shooting, be like, and then some montage of it, and then wow, so cool. And then you cut to like title card, and then you cut to standing in front of the camera, be like, today, I've got new gut. Like, tell me if you heard this song before, right? Like,
Yeah.
I say that, but that's exactly what we do too. But that's the problem. It's all the same. So
Yeah. Yeah, that definitely, I mean, definitely like the way that the Impact guys did it was very cool. Like just
right,
seeing a little bit more of like the actual action in use. I mean, that's another thing like with like the HUD that really adds like, a different element to it instead of just being like, you just see the gun being shot by the guy from side profile. Because it's like there's so many like different elements to this. Like you've got the HUD, he's got like a really legit like outfit on, you got the gun, which is kind of the focus of the video, but then like there's so much other stuff going on, and then the targets are interesting too. I mean, there's just like there's a lot to this that really helps sell the whole experience, right?
yeah. Yeah, and again, so it also takes it away from the topic of just a gun, right? Because it's like then you're only like reaching gun basically people or nerds or like and some of the fan, right? You have Halo, but like now it's like you're really reaching in to the Halo fans as well, but also people that like maybe don't care too much about the gun, but they either like Halo or they like an entertaining video, right? So it's not just like, oh, some dude shooting at target, right? And really, it's like no, not knocking on him, but if you, I think the granddaddy of like gun shooting video is like Hickok 45, right? Like he has the perfect like where he just like he talks, he shoots at a bunch of targets, and he talks some more, right? And I think that's perfect, and that's all you really need to do. And everything else is like, yeah, everyone else trying to add their own flair, but it's not different enough, I feel. Like to really make a difference, like you gotta make interesting and new targets. And some of the most popular videos are, hey, we're gonna shoot 50 cal at level 4 plates. Right. So
Yeah, dude.
anyways.
I heard Hickok is basically retired.
I don't know. I mean, maybe I haven't seen. Yeah, maybe I haven't seen a
Well,
lot of his videos
I think
recently.
like I
So
think most of his new stuff is like his son or something, but I think he's pretty much like kind of stepping back.
I mean, he was already old when we
Yeah,
started doing this, and we started doing this 10 years ago. So yeah,
dude.
like we started doing
End
like
of
actually no, 15 years ago. So yeah,
end of an era, man.
I know.
Well, but see, when is he gonna complete the loop?
Yeah, you mean he's gonna go back in time and restart Comic-Con?
I mean, well, so that I mean that will be where the loop like connects, right? So basically, like he's gonna jump through time, yeah, and go backwards, and then it'll just be like, all right, you'll only be able to see it from like the people who like watch time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Yeah, I mean, like I said, it was a really fun experience. I hope we can do more collab with them, and maybe next time, when your schedule opens up, you can also go because I think that'll be a lot of fun as well.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I guess it also depends on like, what's I guess when your next gun is available, I suppose.
Might not be a gun. We'll see. We'll see.
Well, I guess you'll just have to stay tuned to find out.
Yeah, I do want to make that gravity hammer though. I think that'll be fun. I have no experience in forging, but which means it's perfect. What can go wrong?
Listen, there's only 5 forges, okay? So, how hard could it be?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Like everybody and their mother can make AR-15 lowers. You can make a gravity hammer. I mean, like what? Anderson lowers are like $30. I mean, come on,
Yeah.
you
You're
got
right.
this in the
Yeah,
bag, easy,
yeah.
easy.
I'll just get some bread, some charcoal, and yeah, that's all you need.
5 forges, baby, easy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that pretty much wraps it up for us.
Yeah.
But yeah, just if you get a chance, you should head over to Impact Props on YouTube, watch their videos, check them out. They have like a lot of other cool videos that, in their full lineup as well as like ours, but you should definitely watch the one that features us and, like that video and tell them where you came from. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely check them out and check out our stuff too. And we got a lot of really cool non-cringy content on our YouTube channel. So you should definitely go check
Oh
that out.
man.
Same thing with our Instagram at dwai.videos. Definitely loads of very sophisticated professional content on there that's not cringe whatsoever. So yeah,